this winter season, the penultimate cup before we are going to be getting towards the finals. And maybe we can do a small recap or something before we get over to the next game, which is a pretty good next game, by the way. Should we tell them what the next game is?
It's a cool game.
Should we? It's a cool game.
Yeah.
So what are you implying by suggesting it's a cool game? It's a pure cool game. Wait, okay.
No, I was actually trying to think of that as well. Like, how can I use his name? Yeah. So it's coolleR versus PURRI. So you can see what we are trying to do there. Just going to give it away. So coolleR versus PURRI is going to be the next game, and we can't think of anything smart to say. We almost got there.
Yeah.
I think we're both like combining our brains.
Like maybe we can be witty.
No wit for us.
I've got lots of points. I'm going to quickly run down currently the top 8. I'm actually going to exclude Phrase from the top 8. But okay.
You work so hard.
So the gatekeeper, he's no longer a gatekeeper. He just sits on the porch right now, and it's now the new gatekeeper, which is Demon. He has got 82 points. Evil has 78. coolleR 66. Guard 54. Pavel 46. Matrox 38. And I've run out. How many names have I mentioned now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we're good here. Cypher 34, and 7 and Twister are actually tied for 8th place. So they'll be fighting over positions if this were the end of the season. they'd have to somehow open up a 9-slot game for the finals. But there are still people like Reaper, as we're saying, Avec behind, who are playing in this cup. They need to get some points, and they are totally deserving of the final spot.
What was Demon again?
What is Demon?
Yeah, you said Demon was. What did you call Demon?
I called it Evil. I was actually suggesting that Evil was no longer the gate man. He just stands on the porch.
So
what?
Anyway, let's move on.
What?
Let's move on. Let's go into the game.
You can't just look at my face, laugh, and then say nothing. Have I got something on my face?
You have Zoot all over your face. I'm sorry to inform you. There's nothing you can do.
It's an emergency.
We're waiting for PURRI still. Okay, so we can. Okay.
We have the noise in our ears, but we can't go to the game, man. You can't avoid this. So now I'm going to ask, what was up?
What's up? I don't know. What is Evil?
Evil's no longer the gatekeeper.
Okay. Because people they were hearing something else.
What are
these guys on the stream? Because I think I heard you correctly, but they were hearing something else.
I've been streaming during the last couple of weeks, and stream chat's been really nice to me. They've been friendly. They've been like, "Hi, Zoot, how's it going?" They might be asking an innocent question, and now they're just laughing at my face here. What have you done to them? It's okay. I heart you, Chad. You are the best. You guys rock.
Look here.
Okay. No, it's a lie. Don't
see,
listen to him.
Loads of people talking about it as well. They'll think that you said that.
Okay, let's reiterate.
It's not very sensitive of you towards the gay community.
The gate community.
The gate community.
Demon is the gatekeeper. I'm going to pronounce my T's properly now. Evil no longer is. But Evil's had a bad week, really. I've got excuses. A little birdie told me there is an excuse for why Evil did not qualify to the 125 FPS March League playoffs. He had to play against Guard. It was meant to be Evil and Avec going through, and Guard missed his first games. They decided to postpone later on, and Evil decided he would agree. But apparently he was very, very tired. He had sleep in his eyes. He was slightly fatigued. And that's why, guys, apparently that game was not as close as it could have been. And how Guard managed to take him out and subsequently remove Evil from the playoffs.
Yeah. Actually, I was very tired yesterday as well. And today, because this guy Walkline was supposed to cast with me yesterday, and so I had to do the CS completely by myself for 8 hours straight until Zoot came for the finals. So 8 hours straight.
I didn't come for the finals. I came for like the last few minutes.
And then he came. Then Walkline came in at the end of the day, and I was like trying to sleep to like rest so I could do today. And it turns out Walkline, his snore is like. It's as loud as a war.
Yeah.
Because it's just incredibly loud. So I didn't really sleep very much. So that's probably why some people were like, "Is DK drunk or is he? What's going on?" I'm
not this
tired.
time. He's just.
I actually tried to sleep for once, but no, not gonna happen. But coolleR and PURRI are both here on the server together now, and they're removing maps, and we are ready to go when they are.
coolleR has been rocking. He got yesterday in the coolleR Duel Cup. He got to the finals. He won. He lost 3-1 to Cypher. But he still got to the finals, and he beat, I believe it was Pavel to get there, was his main opponent. He's also been doing very well on the 125 FPS March League. He beat Strengths on Friday, and he topped his group. coolleR's been looking really good, although I haven't seen much of PURRI. I'm slightly concerned. TDM legend was really getting amazing again at Duel at the Adroits period. Whether or not he's going to be playing a solid game now, I don't know what to expect.
He's a bit like Faz in a way. He kind of like just this really good player, been around forever, and he doesn't really play that much, but he just drops in from time to time.
Yeah, and he does kick ass when he does drop in. Like taking names, but still, now he's against the coolleR. It's a tough one, but. I don't know. Do you know if we are in a... We're not in best of 3 stages at the moment, are we?
No. Most certainly not. Most certainly not. So and I mean, coolleR's been playing pretty damn well.
Yeah.
He won last week. He's just a beast. He's coolleR after all, and he's actually returning to some kind of form. So I'd be very shocked and, quite frankly, appalled to see him lose in the early stages.
Look, it can happen, man. It's a best of 1. Things can happen, and we're going to find out if anything can happen because we're going live in game right now, guys. It's coolleR versus PURRI here on Furious Heights. Once again, this is only the second type of map we've seen. But PURRI gets red. coolleR immediately charging him. He's got the plasma gun. And PURRI steps back. And he finally gets a little bit of space. Is he going to race for it? No, he's not. Let's coolleR get on it. But he really has nothing.
He's wasted a lot of time there. Because he actually chased coolleR all the way. And that could have been time where he just get yellow, get rail. But now look at his position. He goes to yellow finally. But coolleR now has better position on the red. Has even damage on PURRI as well. So what does PURRI get? He gets a rail and then he gets death.
Yeah,
so absolutely nothing. So fundamental misplay from PURRI there to just go for that chase at the start.
He's given coolleR a very easy time to get that railgun as well, which is already affecting him in a negative way. And mega health up in just a second. And coolleR, before a minute's time, he's getting to the fully loaded kind of area. And he's just going to charge onto red. There's surely going to be no hope here for PURRI to get this item. A great vertical rail flick by coolleR. And he can back off for that red now.
And he does indeed. coolleR in a fantastic spot. And of course, who else to watch? Okay, there's quite a few good players, but coolleR's one of a great player to watch to see how it is you should play in a control. And coolleR there just dancing around with the rockets, finally going to catch PURRI. PURRI maybe doing a little bit more damage than he should have done in that spot. But again, let's take note of exactly how coolleR decides to run the map. We've got red coming up soon, and coolleR's item timing is very good. And
I heard that.
And as he comes onto this red, we can see he's going for a little bit of a trap there onto PURRI, but PURRI's just darting away. He's got that position next to that teleporter, so he's making use of that escape option, and that's exactly what he goes for. And coolleR still trying to close the distance a bit, get some damage onto PURRI, and there we go. Finally gets the damage onto him. So that's a great result for coolleR. He's got plenty of time till Mega to set up for it, and PURRI has done nothing to it so far, really.
2, 3 rails there for coolleR. 3-0. We've got Mega in just a second. Oh, PURRI's got a yellow. coolleR's not going to be happy about that, but he's going to get everything else, making the next fight for PURRI surely massively difficult. There it is. PURRI goes through the teleporter. A bit of dodging around going on. 1 second here until the red armor spawns, and PURRI is surely just going to watch coolleR take it in front of his eyes.
I love how he's just not taking the red because he doesn't actually have to right now. He doesn't need the armor. I mean, okay, maybe now he could use it, but he still won't die. He's got complete control. Now he has to take it, but that's fine. He delayed it loads, and now he's got, look at the gap between Mega and red. It's brilliant play from coolleR. Absolute, like super calm, and he realized that he could take lots of rails in that position. All he had to do was hit like half of what PURRI was, and he'd be in a good spot. But unluckily for him, he doesn't get the best situation off the spawn, and now coolleR actually has to hit his shots finally, and he's going to be up to these clutch situations to make sure that PURRI cannot steal that Mega away. And PURRI's going to jump for it. coolleR coming out with the rail and the LG combo there. And that's going to secure the frag. And here we got the Mega, the red right up there for him. He doesn't want to delay it because of how low he was. But look at this now. That's going to mean it's going to be hard to get between red and Mega next time.
Absolutely. It might be a little bit troublesome. coolleR's probably going to be looking to get a frag within the next 10 seconds if possible, as that would make controlling the items easier. But PURRI, at this point, he cannot afford to give away anything like that. There he is here on this lower levels. This is looking bad for PURRI, but he's made a bit of damage with the rocket. He's going to secure himself a major item, so that's a big win for PURRI. He needed that so badly. And now coolleR is not looking quite as confident around the map as he was just a second ago.
Nope, but he's got a decent stack and he's picked up a yellow as well. So coolleR has still got a 5 frag lead that he made in the opening moments, and he's going to be able to defend it pretty well. PURRI is the guy that has to be aggressive and go for the kills. coolleR's going to go for the defense. This red though managed to pick it up mid-fight, hitting some great damage onto PURRI, and that's going to actually give him the cue to actually go for this. And PURRI falls down. He hits 2 rails in a row there. That puts coolleR down to 36 points of health, a measly 36 points of health, but fortunately for him, he does get all the health up again, and Mega's coming up, and coolleR does have the time on it, of course, but it's nice on the spot now, and PURRI has a great opportunity to get it, jumps over towards it. Oh no, he doesn't actually. He's trying to close the distance on this choke point and secure it for himself, and he will get it, but at what cost?
At what cost indeed. PURRI's finally got himself a couple of items, a yellow and a mega, following that close red fight we saw earlier. There is another yellow available. coolleR was getting pretty low before, and now he's back to 100, 150 more or less. Red up soon. Is coolleR going to be looking at this? He might be a little bit late, and PURRI could get a freebie. There it is, and coolleR misses the damage. This is quite bad for him, in fact. He took a bit of a risk. He's like, right, I'm going to bait out the red, going to deal some damage on it, and I'm going to try a different method of getting a frag. But that didn't work out. He eventually got himself onto Mega, so his stack is looking, well, massive to say the least. But at the same time, the next fight is not going to be an easy one to fight over. Here's the lightning gun. We got LG as well from PURRI. He's missing so much stuff, and coolleR walking all over him at this point. He's looking for a tight angle rail. He's going to pick it up. 7-0 for coolleR as we just passed the halfway moment.
Yeah, and PURRI is struggling to really find his way in onto coolleR's game. coolleR is playing pretty much better in every single aspect except for fighting. That's the only edge that PURRI really has. And then you can see how much damage he did. He just runs out of ammunition, and coolleR had so much health and armor he could just soak it all up. Leaves the mega up on the spot as he tries to force the spawn a little bit. And now he's not super sure exactly where PURRI was, but actually PURRI was indeed at the red. So he kind of made the best read at the start, and giving himself a good opportunity to make damage fall back onto the mega. The shards leaving the mega up still as he cycles his way around. He knows that it's going to be safe. So coolleR just keeping it calm, collected as always, as he considers PURRI's movement there to try and get himself another frag.
Yeah, PURRI might be looking over this red armor, but coolleR is surely going to be the one to take this. It's, you know, this game so far has all been about coolleR. PURRI, he hasn't had control, but he's had stack. Oh, we're going to see another fight here. LG on LG. coolleR doing some good damage. He's going to try and follow up for his 9th frag, and he's going to get it. PURRI gets a rail, but not much more. And as I was saying, you know, it's been almost entirely about coolleR, his control. PURRI has got to the point where it's almost 50-50 in terms of health and armor, but coolleR hasn't relinquished control at all. The big rockets, PURRI with the plasma gun, although coolleR once again has sent him down to absolute bare minimum, and it's going to be double digits there for the Russian.
Yeah, it's smooth sailing, and it's as we predicted, really. I'm actually going to tab out, actually, and look and see who coolleR will be facing next.
Ooh. So, from your tone, you sound like you're not expecting PURRI to make it back so far. You know, I don't know, PURRI, he would have an opportunity. 3 minutes is enough time to deal some good damage on a map, but okay, let's counter what is the components of this map so far. Your Furious Heights, lots of items. You got coolleR, who likes lots of items. Yeah, it's not looking good for PURRI.
So coolleR actually, if he wins this, which, you know, looks pretty good for him, looks pretty good for him to win this one, then he's going to be able to play against.
Oh wow, what a trap here by coolleR. He was just waiting for it, but PURRI gets the frag in the end. coolleR got a really nice initial bounce, but PURRI was the one who followed up, and now with a couple of minutes left, maybe he can, you know, make himself feel a bit better and get a couple more frags on the board. Sorry, DDK, what were you about to tell us?
Yeah, so coolleR will actually play against TwiSTR, assuming that PURRI doesn't somehow get 8 frags in 2 minutes. coolleR will play against TwiSTR, and then coolleR will actually be on the same side of the bracket as both Evil and Guard. So Evil should be playing against Guard if he defeats Nons, so that's Evil Guard, and coolleR TwiSTR in the quarterfinals. So that could be very interesting, because we could see coolleR Evil or coolleR Guard.
Oh, this is nice by PURRI. He's just landed a couple of really shiny rails. And coolleR just takes red armor, but we got PURRI again, was looking on the hunt. He's got a big stack, and he finally managed to get some level of control through this Furious Heights game. And now he's really on the hunt. He's like, you know, it might not be massively possible to get all 10 frags, but I'm sure as hell going to try and get all of the ones I can. But at the moment, coolleR is just being difficult to find. PURRI spots him and decides to use some experimental rocket jumps to try and get closer to him. Mega in just a second. coolleR going to make that jump across. PURRI of one rail. Maybe he can approach him with lightning gun at this point. There it is. The algae challenge. coolleR going around the corner. 50 health bubble, which would be nasty for PURRI if coolleR managed to get. But it's difficult. coolleR's just getting out of the way so much. He's forcing PURRI to come near him, which would probably result in PURRI getting 1 or 2 rockets directly to him, thus removing any level of control he has in these last 35 seconds.
Do you know that Twister just beat Agent?
Whoa.
11 to 9 on Hectic.
Whoa. I got an interesting story about Agent after.
Yeah.
I might go through my award ceremony after, in fact. That'll be calling for it.
Alright. I'm looking forward to that. Actually, I already know who is winning what in the award ceremony, I think.
Ah, yeah, I've got other names as well. But PURRI almost managed to pick up a flag there at the top area of the map. But the last 5 seconds, this is going to be towards the end. Maybe PURRI can get one more. No, they both do, so GG! And coolleR's going to go through to the next round. Commiserations to PURRI, though. Managed to play a good last 2.5 minutes. But overall, I mean, coolleR has such dominating control and, you know, frag taking advantage of. He just had it down. Yeah,
pretty much better on all aspects apart from the fighting, but it wasn't that much different.
Yeah.
So, your awards.
My awards. Are we going to go through them now?
You just said that you would.
Okay. Well, I thought maybe... No, we'll do it now. All right, so, it is my... I don't know...